9 and verse 20. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, and know that the lights thereof shine. Christ prophesied that. Compassed with armies, and know that the lights thereof shine. Christ prophesied that.
All right. Okay. Good afternoon. This is Prophet Rohei Nabi signing in. Family prophet to the angel of the church, to the Laodiceans who are Israelites. Today, what we want to do is discuss the difference between human, race, what else? Human, race, and something else here. Ethnicity and culture. We want to talk about what's the difference. We want to sort out some things because there are a lot of things that we take for granted and we feel as if we know. But a lot of times we're sending mixed messages when we're communicating because we really don't know what the concrete definitions of words are. So what we're going to do is look at this, okay, from a basic standpoint of view. We're going to look at basic definitions and we're going to define some things. It was all this stuff popping up on my screen. Okay, the first definition we're going to look up is culture. The first definition that we're going to look up is culture. What is culture? Culture is a manifestation of human intellect achievements regarding collectivity. This is your culture. It could be food, language, arts, industry, health. It's so many different things and ways that your culture can be manifested. That is what your culture is. A manifestation of human intellect and achievement regarded collectively. So a group of people that have things in common, they are a culture. They are a culture. The next word we're going to look up is heritage. 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 Property that is or may be inherited. Inherited, heritage. Inherited. And inheritance. That's what heritage is. The word inheritance comes from the word heritage. What is your inheritance? That defines your heritage. What do you inherit in your culture is indicative of your heritage. Let's look at the word ethnicity. Ethnicity. Ethnicity is the fact or state of belonging to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition. That's what an ethnicity is. It's a fact or state of being to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition or traditions. That's what your ethnicity is. Now, I have some audio that I want to share with you all. And I want to show you how we get put constantly into the trick bag because we are ignorant. We're not willing to apply ourselves. We're lazy, shiftless. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you because I want to play some audio. And I want to show you all where I'm coming from today. That's what I'd like to do. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you all. Just bear with me momentarily. Just a moment. See what I'm looking for here. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is dispel some myths that we've all inherited from our parents and from society.
Why do we hate? We hate because we're taught to hate.
Listen to this. Let me get my Beats pill here.
We hate because we're ignorant.
Listen to
Why
this.
do we hate? We hate because we're taught to hate. We hate because we're ignorant. We're the product of ignorant people who have been taught an ignorant thing, which is that there are 4 or 5 different races.
Now you heard that? We've been taught something ignorant because we have been taught that there are 4 or 5 different races. She said that's ignorant, believing that there are 4 or 5 different races.
There are not 4 or 5 different races. There's only one race, which is that there are 4 ignorant. We're the product of ignorant people who have been taught an ignorant thing, which is that there are 4 or 5 different races. There are not 4 or 5 different races.
I paused it right there. What is she going to say? She said there's not 4 or 5 different races. What is she going to say? Before I play it, I want you to figure out what she's going to say. Play it over.
Been taught an ignorant thing, which is that there are 4 or 5 different races. There are not 4 or 5 different races. There's only.
You see that? There are not 4 or 5 different races, she says. This is Jane Elliott, the renowned Jane Elliott. She says there's not 4 or 5 different races. Now, the Bible says that there is, but she says, no, it's not. Why? I'm white and I say so. And I'm a white lady and I say so.
Only one race on the face of the earth, and we're all members of that race, the human.
She said one race. She says the human race. That's what this lady is teaching. That's what you've been taught. That's what I've been taught. Don't fake it, okay? You know you've been taught that by your mom and your daddy in society, your teachers, everybody. There's only one race, the human race. I even told that to my children when I was ignorant. See, what she's saying is ignorant. And I'm going to prove it to you. Unequivocally, this is patently false. And there's an agenda behind people saying that there is only one race, the human race. It don't even make sense when you really think about it. If you understand anthropology, you understand that that is absurd. But this is what we've been taught in school. This is how we were educated to be fools.
Human race, and we're all members of that race, the human race.
You heard that? She says there's only one race, and that's the human race. I know it sounds good and make you feel fuzzy on the inside. It's a lie.
Human race.
You see? Now watch this.
I want to bring awareness to a disease that has been ignored for far too long. So many poor lives are being ruined. There currently aren't any charities or organizations helping to eradicate this condition. Please share this video. Please repost. Tag a friend to bring awareness to this life-torturing disease. Millions upon millions of white people are currently suffering with a terrible illness that causes them to not see color. We need to.
Have you ever heard that before? I don't see color. Have you ever heard that before? There's only one race, the human race. It's a stupid statement. I'm going to prove it to you unequivocally. And I know you're thinking, what could possibly be wrong with that? See, you've been hearing it for so long, you don't even think that it could possibly be false. It's not even true. It's further from the truth than night is from day. It's patently false. Watch this.
Come together and help to solve this issue. For a small donation, you can help a white person to see color. We demand corrective laser eye surgery for the needy. Help a white person live a normal life. Help Becky and Brad see color for the first time.
A little satire here.
Won't somebody please think of the white folks? So it was all going so well. She was on the right path. She was talking about how hate is taught and it was great. But then she lost me when she said we're all one race. the human race. I actually thought she was cool. I thought she was a white woman who got it, but she doesn't get it.
See? And some of y'all right now are wondering what could possibly be wrong with that statement? What is so hideous about that statement? I've been taught my whole life that there's only one race. You really, you believe that? Oh, okay. Even though you read the Bible, you still believe that there's only one race. Okay, we're going to help you out today. We're going to show you the workings of Satan in your own brain today. The things that Satan has implanted in your brain. And y'all, I want to tell you this. This is pretty serious.
Not completely anyway. She's still on that delusional deflective tactic. Now, let me explain. Firstly,
and that's exactly what it is. It's a deflective tactic. It's a very deflective tactic. I think I want to give you all a visual here so you can see what I'm doing here. I want to give you a visual because I want to kill ignorance. Even if it's even if it's just with a handful of people, I want to be a blessing to you all today. Okay? We want to kill Satan in this idea that there's only one race, the human race. And the only people that the main people that this benefits is Caucasian people. It's the only people that it benefits. It's a cash cow. It's keeping us in slavery. We're going to get to it. Just be patient. Just be patient. I'm about to share my screen right now as I speak. We're going to get into this thing. We're going to get into this.
We'll start at where she lost me. She said we're all one race, the human race. Now, by simple definition, anyone, and I mean anyone who is aware of the definition, or even anyone with Google or a dictionary, will be able to find out that human is not a race. Human is a species.
Daggers. Human is not a race. Did you know that? Did you know that human is not a race? It's a species. Did you know that? Did you? Okay, I'll say it again. Let's let it sink in. Let's let it marinate. Did you know that human was not a race? Did you know that? But we always hear the word human and race put together. Human is a species. See? See that crafty counsel that the devil has? Redefining words. And if you look at the graphic that's here, you have different races. Caucasoid, Africoid, Mongoloid, American. And Australoid. These are some examples of races, y'all. They're all human species. They're all the human species. All of them have promorphic qualities. Every single one of these people are humans. That's what they have in common. They are all humanoid. But under humanoid, you have races. Let me help you out. You might say, well, why don't you see the word race in the Bible? Why is the word race not in the Bible? Actually, it is. Actually, the word race is in the Bible, but you can't discern it. The word race is in the Bible. You said, well, I just searched the word race and I can't find it in the Bible. Well, let me help you. Let me help you. The word race is synonymous with the word nationality. So when you talk about, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of people like to say there's no race in the Bible, because the word race is not in the Bible, but the concept of race is in the Bible and is under nationality or nations, every kindred, tongue, and people. Every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, the Bible tells us. The word nation is indicative of nationality. Is of race. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. Yes, human is not a race. Human is a species. I know we've been taught this all our life, and I know it just can't be true. So what I'm going to do, since we don't believe, we're hard at believing, we're going to look up the word race. Look up the word race. Race, a group of humans based on shared physical and social qualities into categories generally viewed as distinct by society. First used to refer to speakers of a common language, and then to denote national affiliation. National affiliation. That's what race is. Now, let's look up the word human. 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 Taxonomically, Homo sapiens are the only extant members of the subtribe humanoid. They are characterized by erect posture and pedal locomotion. That's what a human is, y'all. It's a species. It's a species. So whenever you hear somebody say human race, they are related, but they're not the same thing. They're actually two different things. Being human and being of a specific race are two different things.
And races are subdivisions of those species. It's elementary, really. Humanity is not a race, it's a species divided by subspecies who can interbreed and produce fertile offsprings. Race is used to describe a human subspecies. The only people who use the term human race are people very uncomfortable with literal diversity. So although this woman
now look at this now. This is the irony. A lot of people who use the phrase human race, they want to muddy the waters. And they want to say stuff like there's only one race, but the only one race, the human race. They really don't like diversity. And the diversity they really don't like, I'm going to tell you, is Black people, melanated people. They don't like melanated people. And at the top of the heap of melanated people that they don't like is the ones that the Most High gave power to rule the whole earth. That's why they always say stuff like, there's only one race, the human race. I don't see color and all this stupid stuff. They're trying to erase you. Psalms 83. That's why all the characters in the Bible, they make them white. Or they say stupid stuff like, we don't know what color they was. The reason why they say that, because they're trying to get rid of the memory of Israel, like the Bible says in Psalms 83. Let me look at that right now. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. And I'm reading from his word, Hebrew Israelite Scriptures, HIS, his word, Hebrew Israelite Scriptures. And I'm going to read Psalms 83. Keep not silent, O Elohim. Hold not thy shalom, and be not still, O Elohim. For lo, the enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. What's one of the crafty counsel? Oh, there's no color. We all the same color. There's neither Jew nor Greek nor bond nor free. God don't see sex. God don't see gender. That is all stupid. How can the Most High be omniscient and not see the difference between a man and a woman that he created? Come on, y'all. We got to wake up. We got to wake up. This is demonic. And no wonder the androgynous movement is on the rise. People flip-flopping between genders. I identify as a man, but you was born a woman. All this androgynous garbage. The whole reason why they want to get rid of this androgynous movement is taking place because they don't want there to be a difference. They want to cause confusion specifically in Israel. That's what they really want, y'all. They want confusion in Israel above all other group of people. They don't want us to know that we're men. They don't know that we want us to know we're women. They don't want us to know that we are of color, melanated, so-called black people. They don't want us to know that. And you know what? Our people are falling for it. They have said, come, let's cut them off from being a nation. Come, let's cut them off from being a race. See? Nation and race are synonymous. They mean the same thing. Come, let us cut them off from being a race or nation. That the name of Israel, see? The whole reason why they got this going on is because they want to get rid of Israel. It's no other country they want to get rid of, and nation and race of people they want to get rid of, but they want to get rid of Israel. How do we know? I'll read the scripture because you don't believe me. And that's fine. I'm happy you don't believe me. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. It don't say they're doing this to deceive the whole world, although that is one of the fruits of it. Specifically, is targeted to confuse Israel. Watch this. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may no more be remembered. They doing all this gay stuff, homosexuality, gender neutral stuff, so they can get rid of Israel. No other nation they really thinking about. The forefront of their mind is Israel. That is what's the catalyst behind driving these type of androgynous and sexually perverted agendas and lifestyles. Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Only one nation they're confederating against. Is it going to cause confusion in other nations? Absolutely, but that's not the real goal. That's not the real aim, end game. That's not the real ground zero. The real ground zero is Israel. They want our men walking around like faggots and homosexuals that deserve to be killed. Let's keep going.
Comes across as very liberal and anti-racism, she holds on to characteristics which are indeed liberal and produce fertile offsprings. Race is used to describe a human subspecies. The only people who use the term human race are people very uncomfortable with literal diversity. So although this woman comes...
When people say that there is only one race, they are teaching white supremacy. I don't care if they know it or not. I don't care. Get out your feelings. Well, that wasn't my intention. I don't care. I used to teach that. And the Most High has cured me of it. I've repented, and I'm not going to teach that form of white supremacy anymore by teaching something stupid, that there's only one race, the human race.
Of course, is very liberal and anti-racism. She holds on to characteristics which are indeed racist.
It's embedded in racism.
Now, I'm not saying that Jane Elliott says she doesn't see color, as I'm sure she stated she does see color. So before you get your panties in a twist, that's not the purpose of me using her clip in the beginning. However, I can't let that human being a race thing slide. The rest of this video is now about people that claim they don't see color. So before you start commenting, but Jane Elliott never said she doesn't see color. Yeah, I know. But she did say we're all one race, the human race. The human simply is not a race. Don't believe me? Look it up. Also, I know there'll be a bunch of black people caping for this.
Okay. I want to acknowledge some people that are in the room. I see Raphael Yashraal is in the room. Kev Mercer, shalom to you as well. Mega Earth, shalom, shalom. And Kenyon. Oh, Kenyon, okay, you got a new little thumbnail. Kenyon, okay, good, good, good. Praise the Most High, praise the Most High. I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to digress a little bit and just greet you all because I was on a whole nother screen. That's right, Mega. The Most High, Yah himself kills, not us. The so-called human race is corrupted. Absolutely. Don't kill. Let the Most High do that. Shalom, oh Kenyan. Homosexuality is a program. Okay. Let's keep it going.
It's old white lady. My message to you is this. Stop. Stop right now. Stop relying on white people to help you. But she's a nice old lady who talks about racism. There's nothing she can tell you about racism that you don't already know.
Hey, people, this is a good point that the young man is bringing. Do we need white people to teach us about racism? People like Tim Wise and Elliot. We need, come on, y'all. We that stupid. We need white people, our oppressors, to teach us about racism. Are you serious? They can't teach us nothing about racism, y'all. They can't teach us nothing about white supremacy. We experience it every day. Come on, y'all. Stop. You know, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. Because I check out Hebrew Israelites because they're kind of funny. Because if a white person come out and tell the world that we Israelites, you ought to see how many shares it get. You ought to see how many views it get. You ought to see how many times people subscribe to their channel. just because the person is white. They even just telling you stuff you already know. And black people just start, they start pulling out the biscuits and the gravy and the syrup. Oh, see, white daddy told us that we was oppressed. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You happy about that? Why you all like animated because white mommy, white daddy said that you was oppressed? You didn't know that? I mean, our people, especially Israelites, we go crazy over these videos. Go look at some of the videos on YouTube. Go look at some of those videos on YouTube and watch how many views they got. And when you watch it again, you're going to be adding to their views. But anyway, it's just amazing. We're looking for our oppressors to acknowledge us. We want white approval. We want white validation. That's part of the problem. We want white mommy, white daddy to say, yeah, I know I've been treating you bad. And yeah, I know I kept you as a slave, bucking your eyes. Y'all, that's the Jedi mind trick. All right, baby. You're going to see more and more Caucasian people coming out and saying, oh, yeah, we know we were oppressed. We know you deserve reparation. And our people are going to lose their soul over that stuff. Most of us are on earth only because, as Israelites, only to get approval from white mommy, white daddy. That's it. We feel like we're in heaven if they acknowledge us, if they give us validation for our struggle. And that was the problem with the civil rights movement. That's what made the civil rights movement a co-intel operation of our enemies. That's one of the things that made the civil rights movement. Brown versus Board of Education. That we lost our souls, y'all. We lost part of our souls. And I'm going to show you how we lost it. We lost our businesses and we lost segregation. We just brought all our wealth to our enemies and gave it to them just because why? They patted us on the head. And so, okay, we're going to give you civil rights. And guess what? We still don't have civil rights. With all this voting and elections and stop. Stop, y'all. We still don't have civil rights. That's why John Botham got his brains blowed out, killed in his own home. And that Geiger girl is still free. That's proof you don't have civil rights. And whether or not it happened or not, guess what message they're sending us? They saying, nigga, you ain't got no rights. We will come in your house and kill you and get free with a pension. That's what they're telling us. I wish Botham John would have had a gun to blow that woman's brains out. I wish he had a gun to blow her away soon as she came in the house. Now I know, we get real upset when a black person kill a white mommy, white daddy. I get it. We get real concerned when we hear black people talking about killing white people who are harming us. I know, I know, I know. Turn the other cheek. I know. Love your enemies. I get it. 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 Servants obey your master. I get it. I understand. I understand. White supremacy has a deep hold on our souls. Somebody breaking your house and you still can't kill him? Why? That make perfect sense to me. That's holiness to me. That's righteousness. That's the love of the Mashiach. Killing a person who breaks in or try to hurt you or do you harm. Yeah, you pull out a gun and blow their brains out. I mean, what's wrong with that, y'all? Y'all act like that's not in the Bible nowhere. They can kill you, but it's a sin for you to kill them. Oh, okay, all right. We're going to keep it moving because I know it's going to take years for this to get out of our spirit. And you wonder why our women don't depend on us. You wonder why our women don't depend on us because we teaching what? Yeah, they can kill you. They could come to your house and kill you. But no, killing is only for the Most High. Oh, really? Okay. I thought it. I would swore David killed Goliath. I would have swore that, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, you go through it every day. You experience things that she will never be able to imagine. If she wants to teach white people about racism, then that's fine. But there's nothing she can teach black people.
Amen.
There's nothing that she's saying that another black activist has not said before her. Exactly. But she gets credits and all sorts of accolades.
Exactly.
Simply because she's a white person saying it.
That's the only reason.
Sad. A black person says it, no one listens.
Right.
But a white person says it, and we throw a party in their honor. And if anyone says something against them, we're ready to fight. But we wouldn't even defend our own activists, our own people. We don't need their help. There's nothing they can do to teach us about our experiences. The majority of people that go to her speaking seminars are, lo and behold, black people.
Wow.
For what reason? Seriously, why? To be taught something you experience every day? To be told.
We need that white validation from white mommy. We need that white validation from white mommy. That's why black people flock to hear Jane Elliott and Tim Weiss and all these type of characters. We love, we just like in heaven. We like in heaven. It's like, oh man, we get the Holy Spirit when a white person does that. We feel like it's the outpouring of the Ruach. Y'all, we need to stop this stuff, y'all. We're fueling our own oppression. No black person should be going to listen to Jane Elliott. That's just crazy. They don't pay us. They don't pay us to tell them their history. They don't pay us to tell them their history, but guess what we do? We flock for them and pay for them to come tell us ours. Wow.
Told something you already know, or to witness a white person say what black people have been saying all along. I'd rather support Dr. Laila Africa, who is a black man saying the exact same things and more, because a white person, no matter how nice or down for the cause they come across, can't empathize with you.
And let me tell you something about liberals like Jane Elliott and Tim Weiss. Let me tell you about them. Y'all, we need to stop being stupid. Anytime you have a white person talking about they don't see color, there's only one race, the human race, guess what they're about to do? They about to slide in homosexuals on you. That's all that is. It's a precursor for turning you gay, flipping you. That's all it is, y'all. But we love hearing white mommy, white daddy tell us about our history. And I want to tell you something. One thing I noticed about Tim Weiss and Jane Elliott, whenever black people bring up a radical, so-called black people, bring up radical change that need to take place, Jane Elliott and Tim Weiss ain't got nothing to say. Whenever you bring a solution to them, they shoot it down. About our people, they shoot it down. They not feeling it. They think of all kind of stipulations and clauses of why, well, it's too soon. We're not ready. All that. They're not really for you. They're not. They're for white supremacy. No liberal wants to lose the privileges of white supremacy. None. I don't care how poor or rich they are. They don't want to lose that. I don't care how warm and fuzzy they feel about black people suffering. They don't want to lose their power over the banks. They don't want to lose their power over the schools. They don't want to lose their power over the pharmaceutical industry. They don't want to use their power over the media. They don't want to lose their power over the housing, their monopoly of the housing market. They don't want to lose that. Oh yeah, they'll get all warm and fuzzy. They'll march with you. Yeah, they'll do all this stupid stuff that really don't really mean anything. It's just symbolic. They will do that. They will cry with you. They'll throw rocks. They'll throw rocks at the police, and they'll get in a human chain with you and be sprayed in the face with tear gas and mace, pepper sprayed. They'll do all that kind of stupid stuff that really don't mean nothing. And when they get through doing all of that, and they'll even get beat by the police and in jailed. You know why? Because when they get out of jail, guess what they're going to go back to? The whole system of white supremacy that their whole life is built on. But our people, we just some stupid people, boy. You get maced and beat in the face and all this kind of stuff by the police, you're going back to the ghetto. They're going to go right back to where they came from.
They can't relate to you. And deep down, they don't care about what we have to go through. Most white people don't do anything to help black people unless it benefits them.
Exactly.
So yes, she didn't say she doesn't see color, but I can't listen to someone who doesn't even know that human is not a race. But I know so many of my people are going.
Thank you, humble servant, and shalom to you. Thank you, humble servant. Controlled opposition. Perfect. Controlled opposition. And I just wish we wake up, y'all. It's like this stuff is so obvious to me. This stuff was obvious to me when I was a teenager. And you got grown folks that still. I mean, look at all this talk about the election. You better, they're always willing out that, what's that guy? John Lewis. They're always willing out John Lewis. John Lewis, when is this guy going to go to the nursing home or die? When? John Lewis fight for everybody but black people. He's fighting for the immigrants. He's not fighting for us. He's controlled opposition. Everybody, Carol Moseley Braun, everybody's, all these people fighting for white people. Sheila Jones, Roland Martin. Yeah, no. Nobody cares nothing about us. John Lewis, they keep rolling that man out. Talking about he got hit in the head on the bridge. That guy was sold out so long ago. Come on, y'all. Let's wake up.
going to cape for her off the rip. But she's a blah, blah, blah. I don't care. And now, on to the topic of white people who claim they don't see color. The I don't see color trait is in fact a racist trait.
Okay,
Let me explain. And I want you to listen carefully before you comment. So, dear liberal white people, I can't stand when y'all say, I don't see color. We're all just human. There's only one race, the human race. Human is not a race, but a species. I'm going to need you to get it right. It sounds like you're trying too hard. If you say to me, I don't see color, I just see a human being, I class you as either automatically racist or in fear to admit the truth. It's like saying, I don't see a woman, I just see a human being. Now, we know how feminists would react if I did that. Feminists, they want to be treated equally. They want to be treated like every other human being, but they want you to see their femininity. They're proud of it. And there's no difference with people of color. It's also like saying, I don't see a cat, I see an animal. There's nothing wrong with being a woman or a cat or a person of color. As if there is something wrong in not being white, that white people must somehow overlook an obvious fact to accept others.
That's good. That's good. Caucasian people have to overlook an obvious fact to accept people. That's beautiful. Well stated. The very thing that they discriminate you against, ostracize you by, is the very thing they say don't exist. So they can perpetuate their bigotry.
Just because you are colorblind doesn't mean that the rest of the world is. Even if an individual white person can ignore a person's skin color or race, society does not. Saying that you only see one.
And the word society, it just means white people. That's all it means. Society does not. You know why? Because society is ruled and governed by Caucasians. That's what society is. But anyway, I didn't want to come on here. I didn't want to.
Makes it seem as if you're afraid to.
I didn't want to be on here for a long time, but I did want to come over here and drop some knowledge and some fire on this topic because it's very irritating. It's very irritating that our people just regurgitate everything we say our oppressors do. Everything our oppressors do, we regurgitate. They said there's only one race, and we like, okay, yeah, Master said it wasn't one race. So Master said there's only one race. So yeah, Master right. He's white and he says so. It's got to be right if it come out of, it got to be right if it come out of white mouth. It's got to be the gospel because it came out of a white person's mouth. We got to stop all that cooning, y'all. That's why people don't respect us. That's why people don't respect our men. That's why they don't fear us. That's why they don't honor us. That's why they don't look at us as noble creatures. And we all know that in 2019, in the captivity of Yisrael is truly a hoax controlled by our enemies, y'all. And telling the people that scriptures are fake by our enemies, and we know that is not fake. Okay, go ahead and get free. Wait till you see what the Father in heaven, the Messiah, do to you and yours. Is going to be ugly. Exactly. When they break in, according to pink skin law, you have the right to slay. Exactly. And even if they don't break in, if you're on the street and somebody's threatening you, you got a right to defend yourself. Come on, y'all. I was talking to one of my relatives and they was like arguing with me and saying, and you know, they was a Christian. They were saying, no, you shouldn't be harming people when they harm you. What about Psalms 91? They going off. I'm like, man, you're crazy. And they went so over the top with it. They said even if somebody broke into their house and was raping one of their daughters, they wouldn't do anything. Come on, y'all, stop. They don't even have to be in my house. They don't have to be in my house. There are inalienable rights that the Most High gives you. And he gives you the right to defend yourself. Come on, y'all. This is like remedial stuff from the Bible. We think because we believe in the Most High, we shouldn't defend ourselves. Come on, y'all. Protect ourselves, protect our women. That's why everybody beat us up. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here and talk about being human, race, ethnicity, and culture. And I did mention nationality. And I want to show the distinction between all of these things so we can be more precise and on point. And it's mindset of the people who are not awakened. Yeah. Black men, start protecting your family. Start protecting yourself. However you see fit. However the Most High deems you do that, you do it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing sinful about that or wicked. The Bible says he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. That's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth in the New Testament. Let nobody harm your wife and your children and your person and your property. And when the police come, say you feared for your life and you stood your ground. I don't care what state you in. I don't care if it's against the law or not. That's what you do. Goliath came to Israel just running his mouth and got killed, got his head chopped off. That's the way it's supposed to be. Old Testament or New Testament. But anyway, I want to get out of here, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Have a wonderful evening. This is Prophet Rohe Nabi signing out, saying shalom. And thank you for coming and thank you for your support. And if you feel inclined, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Or a thumbs down. Every day's the same. My love,